Hello, this is Joe Wilcox. Still Unit 7, Assignment 2. I'm now doing Article 3, Freedom from Torture and Inhumane or Degrading Treatment. So no one shall be put into subject of torture, cruelty, inhumane or degrading treatment or punishment. So basically, another thing is that they can't be put into medical or scientific experimentation without their consent. Um, so this can be done obviously through torture. So if you are being held as slave or you're just being hurt by someone against your will, or you're being tested on, then this is all forms of torture. This can be done by say a terrorist group. If they're testing a weapon, they could be testing it all on you, which is obviously illegal. So the UN, to cut out problems like this, they'll be going into the countries of the world trying to encourage freedom from torture, try and relinquish torture, and basically, because it's not that common and we don't see it that much, they won't actually act on individual cases. Because the local police and local services will do. But they are still against torture, obviously, so they will be bringing out extra laws if it's increased. They also make a statement of it if it's stuff like war crimes. So the Holocaust, when the Jews were being tortured, then when things came out, they would have court cases to reflect on what they did wrong and how they can make sure that never happens again. And the EU, they also set up anti-torture committees, and they visit all countries to make sure that they are planning to cut this out and that they've got regimes ongoing which will reduce the number of cases of torture. NATO have the responsibility of protecting people in war zones, such as in Libya. There's been lots of horrific crimes and horrible torture stories that's been committed in Libya. And now that they've gone in and starting to settle everything down, they can get seen to. The Red Cross, they look after people who've been tortured and they help people with injuries and rehabilitate them and get them back on the feet. So then Liberty, they campaign for freedom and freedom of human rights and everything. So they will be basically they'll be campaigning against torture, against slavery, so that people can have freedom. So that the government takes notice of this. Amnesty International, so that will prevent people from being wrongly imprisoned and prevent stuff like torture and possibly even death penalty, as they will work with them to empower them to make sure that they know that they are allowed to, that they are wrongly imprisoned and that they aren't alone. They have got people working with them in order to cut that out. So then, Article